Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Tuka. It's a little dark. Ari, can you get this light for me? Can you help mommy out? Thank you, my sweet baby. All right, y'all. Hey, listen, it's 9:30 p.m. on this fine Saturday night. Thank you, my dear. If you can get it, if you can get it, be patient. What's up, bro? All right, so I know you normally come here on 9:30 p.m. with some after dark energy, but y'all, I have just had one of the most amazing days that I have had in a very, very long time. So it's not after dark energy. I got something to say. I got something to say. Okay, so listen, y'all, this is what happened to me today. 13 years ago today, I gave birth. About 6 hours and 13 years ago, I gave birth to an awesome young lady. And so now today, I officially have a teenager. So I woke up this morning. I wasn't totally sure how to feel about it. There we go. I woke up this morning. I wasn't totally sure how to feel about it because as I look at my daughter, I feel like, you know what? I miss my baby. Where's my baby? The baby, the little sweet baby. She's changing, so she's a for sure teenager. And I was like, give mommy time to catch up with where you are, because she's all in it. And so to I'm gonna like give the whole backstory of what happened, because I have so many lessons that I want to share from this whole experience. So the first thing that happened was she wanted to have a hotel party in her social group of friends. It's what they do. And it's not, I don't think that they have ill intentions. They're 13. They've been doing it since they were in kindergarten, and it seems to be a pretty common thing. We've never done it, even though we have she's been allowed to attend other people's hotel parties. But we don't do the spending the night thing. So we gonna go to this party, we gonna socialize, and we gonna everybody go home, right? And so just for me to be hosting it, I wasn't totally comfortable with the idea of hosting a hotel party. And I couldn't really put my finger on like what was it about that decision that I couldn't just get comfortable with. And because I couldn't make a decision, guess what I decided? Oh, Aubrey, help me out. Because I couldn't make a decision, I decided I didn't need a logical reason. The fact that in my spirit, I could not get comfortable with the idea of a hotel party, we're not gonna do it. Period. And I don't have an explanation. I don't have a reason, but just trust me on this because this is the way it is. And so she obliged. And so instead, we went to this. I don't know. It's like I don't know what to call it. It's like I guess a skating rink. I don't know because it's a skating rink, but they have arcade games, like bouncy houses and stuff, and bowling in one center. So like an activity center or whatever. And at first, I wasn't gonna go because I had never been before, and when I looked it up, the reviews were not good. And some of the things that people had said, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to go. I don't want to drive. It's about a 30-minute drive, which where I live, that's pretty far because I live in a city where everything is around me and I don't drive that far at all. So I know in a major city, 30 minutes is nothing. People drive from here to there in 30 minutes all the time. But for me, I'm like, it's a little longer than 30 minutes. But the point is, I wasn't trying to drive over there to have a bad experience. So I read the reviews, and it was basically like, don't give your money to this place. So I said, you know what, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're gonna find out for ourselves. So we went, and despite what the reviews said, we had a great time. A lot of the things that were in the reviews, I did not have that experience while I was there. So I really, really enjoyed myself. Had no issues with the staff or anything. It was a great experience. And so what I learned from that is that your experience doesn't necessarily have to be what somebody else has experienced. So be mindful. Like for me, that was a lesson to be mindful that just because someone says this or they have had that experience, they don't, and that's in anything in life. Just because your marriage experience was this way, that doesn't mean that my marriage experience was going to be this way. It doesn't, just because your experience at this job or with this person or with this situation was one thing, it doesn't mean that I'm going to have the same experience. So reviews are important. I am a fan of reviews, but I think you should filter it through like the eyes of like why are they giving this information? Because That just wasn't my experience, and be open to the fact that you could potentially have a different experience. All right. So we get there and the kids are all, gearing up to skate. And I didn't initially buy a like a skating admission for myself because I was like, I'm not gonna skate. I'm just gonna hang out. But the more I saw these kids kind of skating around, I was like, you know what? Right, And then there was something in me that said, now look, Tanisha, you haven't been on those skates. I haven't been on skates. I want to say the last time that I was actually on skates, I was 19, maybe like 19, 18 or 19 years old. And even then, I wasn't really what I would consider a skater. I've always admired, these people who can do the like the roll bound skate where they're doing all the stuff and bouncing to the music. Like I was like, that's cute and everything. I'd love to do that, but I've never been coordinated enough to do that. And so today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. So I get out there, and I immediately after I put the skates on, I was like, "What were you even thinking?" Um, and so I teetered around held onto the wall several times around, and was like, "This don't really feel like fun." So there was I don't know what they call him, but the person that's on the rink, I guess it's the rink or out there, like monitoring, the monitor, I guess, to make sure nobody's breaking rules. He had like a referee suit. I don't know if this is what they do at skating rinks or not. I'm not totally sure, but he had a referee suit and he had a whistle. So he looked official to me. I said, I need some help. Help me. So I roll up to the guy and I'm like, how do I learn how to do this? And he's like, um, I said, do you do lessons? He said, I don't do lessons, but he said, if you come up here, during the week at like 5 o'clock, I can show you, what you need to do to skate. So he starts to give me tips. And what was very difficult at first became easier. So he told me, he said, stop looking at your skates. He says, it's going to totally throw your balance off. He said, relax, bend your knees, relax, look straight ahead. And he said, just keep the rhythm. Do you know I applied those tips? And I felt like, I don't know if anybody knows this reference, I might be dating myself, but if you have never seen the movie The Color Purple, go see The Color Purple. Okay. It's just required watching. Okay. So in The Color Purple, when Miss Millie started driving, and she was like, I'm driving. I was like, I'm skating, like Miss Millie. Okay. So y'all, I had the best time. So there was a part of me that was like, okay, you could fall, and you 46 years old, you could fall. All right. So I want to give y'all a couple of lessons that I learned today from my skating experience because after Joseph gave me these lessons and told me what to do, let me tell you, it was time. My husband literally, I wish I could show y'all. The text says, let's go. Because I wasn't ready to go. We had been there for like 4 hours. And I'm like, I'm out there. My legs were sore, but I couldn't stop skating. My legs were started. I had fallen towards the end. I started falling, probably because my legs were so sore. I fell about 4 times. Elbow hurt, knee hurt, and I still don't want to go. I had so much fun, y'all, that I know I will definitely go back. So I want to share with you these lessons. So the first thing Joseph told me, first of all, this experience would have in no way have been possible had not I solicited the help of someone who knew what they were doing, who could quickly tell me what to do, cut out the fluff, and give me specific steps or a framework because they were an expert and very good at what they did. A coach. All right. So that's the first thing. Without a coach or someone who could teach me how to do it, I would not have had this experience. I probably would not have been out there that long, and it probably would have been my last time seeking this experience. So that is literally what a coach does for you. A coach takes what seems difficult, cuts away the fluff for you, gives you targeted steps to win. When you follow them, you get results, right? So I wouldn't have got this result without the coach. So Joseph was coaching that day. All right. I mean, today. All right. So the first thing he told me is not to look at my feet. So what I learned from this is a lot of times when we are working or learning to do something, we are focusing on what we're doing. Like we like, you make the post and then you check and see how many likes you got. You get on the treadmill and then you checking your abs and your guns, right? You hopping on a scale to see how much you lost. So what I learned from that is when you just focus on moving forward, right? And just the work is happening. You don't have to watch every aspect of the work. You focus on moving forward. He said it's going to throw off your balance. So when you're looking at the work, expecting this to generate something, it's going to throw off your balance. The same with us as we try to achieve our goals, right? So stop watching all the steps and just do work. Just focus on doing the work and look and keep focusing on moving forward. That's the goal. All right. He said, relax. When he said it, I said, "How am I supposed to relax when I could fall?" So I'm tense about the falling, right? But once I was able to relax, things just began to flow. So I thought about how in life we have areas where we just need to relax, right? You're trying to control every single aspect of a thing, trying to get it exactly right. Relax, okay? And just allow things to flow. And you'll see that more things will go the way they're supposed to without you hovering and bringing all this tense energy to it, right? So you got a goal you want to achieve, work towards it. Focus on it every day. Do the work, keep moving, but try to relax and just allow some things to flow. That flow is what I call God, right? So let God breathe his life all over it, right? And you should be working, but just know that when God puts his hand on it, he got it. So just relax and trust that it's going to be all right, okay? Next, he told me to move with the beat. He said, so he was telling me something about the song Beat It, but the point that he was trying to make is there's a rhythm to it, right? So you catch the rhythm, and every rhythm, that's when you're gonna like. He started me with these steps, but eventually I didn't even need to do the steps because I knew how to just glide without picking my feet up, right? So he's like, move with the beat, right? The same with life. Just get you a rhythm, right? A regular rhythm about life, and you just move with this beat. It's called a routine. And most of us don't like it. Get you a routine and move at a regular pace with the beat. All right. Stop being haphazard, on, off. Just get you a steady routine and move with the beat. All right. So I learned that tonight. I talked about the review. Your experience doesn't have to be somebody else's. The other thing I learned is accept the fact that you very well could fall. So the whole time I'm out there, my mind is like, I could fall. And I'm so fearful of the fall. When the fall is like a very real possibility, you could fall. I could fall. I went for a long time. I probably started feeling myself because I went for a long time and I didn't fall. And my daughter's friends was like, "Have you fallen since you've been out here?" And I'm like, "Nope, I have not." I don't know. Maybe Holy Spirit was like, "I'm gonna show you." And so I said, "No, I haven't fallen yet. I've been doing pretty good." And then shortly after that, I started falling, and I fell about 4 times. But the thing about falling, so in life, as you work on your goals and you're trying to move your life from one point to another, or elevate, or just improve your life in some way. We want these kind of guarantees that we're gonna be successful just because we work. The truth is, no matter how hard you work, you could fall, right? Your plans might not go direct exactly the way you plan for them to go, right? You could fail, but you could win, right? You could fail, but you could win. And guess what? If you fail, get up, dust yourself off, and get back in the game. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to be resilient and start over. So get up, dust yourself off, get back in the game. It's really that simple. All right. And so this was my last lesson that I learned from my skating adventure. Um, Ain't no way in the world I'm ever about to sit on the sidelines and watch a whole bunch of people have fun while I watch them. That will never happen to me again in life. Okay. Get yourself in this game. Stop sitting on the sideline watching other people fully enjoy and live the life that you desire. Get up, lace up your boots or your skates, and get yourself out there and have a good time. Like, get in the game, right? Stop allowing yourself to be given pause because of things like fear of failure or, inability to relax, not having a coach so that you know exactly what it is that you need to do, not knowing the process or having a rhythm about yourself. Get yourself out there and trust that God will send the people, the resources, the information, the knowledge, and everything you need to achieve what it is that you want to do. All right. But don't you ever sit on the sidelines and watch people live the life that you wish that you could live. Get your butt up and get in the game. Understanding that there are no guarantees. You could fail, but my, what happens if you win? What happens if you win? And you'll never know if you just say, I'm not going to try that because it might not work out. It might not. You might get married and might end up divorced. You might. But you might get married and end up having a marriage that blesses your life, that's full of longevity, that's an example of love that not only blesses you and your family, but blesses the people around you. You might. But you'll never know if you keep allowing things to limit you. So, listen, y'all, I had a blast. I am pretty sure that in the morning when I wake up, something is going to be sore because some things are sore right now. But I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. I am so prepare to be sick of me. I need a skating coach. I'm so serious. I'm about to go on my Facebook and ask if anybody knows somebody who can give me skating lessons because I had an amazing time. And I'm so glad that I didn't allow someone else's experience to cause me to miss this opportunity. My children had amazing time. So it's probably a new pastime for my family. My daughter was like, yes, to us going back. Um, so prepare to be sick of me. I think I'm going at least once a month. I need to buy me some skates. Some pink skates. Maybe I can get me some skates to say ready, set, habit. I can do this. All right, y'all. I love y'all to life. I pray that you have an amazing, amazing Saturday night or whatever day it is when you're listening to this. Yeah, I pray that your weekend is awesome. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 19 of the Going Live Every Day in November challenge. All right.